Talk about creating a private channel, guys. I would ask you if I were here present with you and I could see you, like how many of you have a podcast or listen regularly? One of the things that podcasting does very, very well is create a private channel, an evergreen content. It's not as scary as you think. Jack Monson has a voice for radio. He sounds so good, right? None of us sound like Jack. You don't have to be Jack to have a podcast. I have a podcast and I sound like this. You've been listening to me, right? It's not Jack. So, but I became a host because I was a guest a bunch, and people were like, "Dude, you should just have your own show." And so I was a little scared. I'm not gonna lie. I put it off for about 6 months, and then I was like, "I'm gonna do it." And I started doing it right as COVID was hitting. I was like, "Well, I guess it's a good way to keep in touch with people." And if you get to more than 21 episodes of your podcast, you're in the top 1% of all podcasters. That seems crazy, but most people start, you don't get a lot of listenership right away. And so you might be discouraged, and a lot of people turn off the effort. Don't. If you're going to do it, just keep going. Keep going, and you leverage that podcast content on your social media. You leverage it in your drip campaigns. You leverage it across the board. You could just have a podcast where you interview your franchisees every week and talk about the struggles they tried to overcome in their pathway to business ownership. It'd be a great podcast. You could get thousands of people listening to that, right? So remember, it's not that hard. It takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours a week to have an episode a week if you do it all yourself. And also keep it. Stories are much more compelling than bragging, right? There's a lot of chest beating podcasts out there where people just get on there and slap each other on the back and talk about how awesome they are. Yeah, look at their listenership. That's not a home run, but make it authentic. Dive into the details. One of the best episodes I've ever done. We decided about 5 minutes before we were going to record to change the topic completely. It's just kind of raw, super good stuff. So don't be intimidated. It doesn't cost much. You can get Podbean. You can do Spreaker. They're great platforms to help you publish. And then be a guest if you're afraid or you're not sure what you want to do. Get yourself out there. Get in front of people. Get on Jack's podcast. Get on Dan Clapp's or Scotty Milas or Dave Hansen's or whatever. Try to get on podcasts. There are tons of them out there. You can contact the host and you can get on them.